It's August the 2nd, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty. I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Here is this week's important market activity. There are 78 listings right now. That's up 2, so it's holding pretty steady but quite low. Just listed in the Pacific View Estates, 18048 Blue Sail Drive, listed for $9,750,000. 3,100 square foot home on about a 17,500 square foot lot. Now, it's had updates over the years, and they're okay, but the floor plan feels a little bit like not current. The ceilings are a little bit low, the kitchen feels a little sequestered, but the views spectacular, and it's all about the views here on this street, especially this side of the street. And for context, this sold in January of 22 for $7,250,000. Just listed in the Riviera, 745 Napoli Drive for $7.6 million. This hasn't been on the market forever, okay? So it's really a lot value play. It's a land play here. The lot is about 16,000 square feet. I'd guess 14 maybe is flat. And it sits above the street, which I like, and it may have some views from the second story. So looking at lot value there at $7.6 million. Just listed in Lower Marquez, 16830 Livorno for $4,950,000. It's about 4,900 square feet. Good size house on a decent, very decent 9,200 square foot lot. Now the house is, it's got the very much a kind of an Italianate, ornate Mediterranean feel about it. So, that's a look, as they say. The big lot, the backyard has got a lot of pool, and the pool's kind of a lagoon pool, and it's got like this grotto spa looking thing in the back. So it's really definitely a strong flavor. Just listed in the Highlands, particularly in the gated section called the Enclave. Okay, 16754 Via La Costa is listed at $4.5 million. 6,100 square foot house on a 13K lot. This is coming in at $730 a foot. Like that value. But, it's also kind of it's very much the contemporary Mediterranean they do up there, a lot of columns and arches and, corbels and stuff like that. So that's also definitely a look, as they say. Just listed in the Highlands, 1282 Calle de Sevilla. Okay, a 1974 vintage early Highland style. Okay, wink, wink. So this it's got a lot of OG, kind of stuff in it, and it's very customized. So, it's a look that probably most people are going to want to redo it, but maybe it's perfect for somebody. It's 3,000 square feet on a 6,300 square foot lot. Did I say the price? $2.7 million. So definitely a great entry level. Just listed in, and I'm told put straight under contract, 3410 Cloudcroft in Sunset Mesa. It started at $2.5 million. Multiple offers on it, probably up in the 3 area. I don't know, we'll find out exactly, but that's a pretty good guess. 2,438 square feet on a 20K lot, probably half of that's flat. It's down a long private drive, and it sits on this lot that feels like an amphitheater in the back. It's got a cool pool, decent yard around it, and it feels a lot like Palm Springs at the beach. And check it out. So you get it for 3 or a little under. That's a nice deal. I like it. Just sold in the Village Bluffs. 721 Via de la Paz for $6.2 million. That was $200 over the ask. 3,700 square feet on a nice 8,300 square foot lot. This is in the Village Bluffs, so it's an easy little stroll into the village. It's also an easy stroll to my office from there. This house had the kind of quintessential Palisades traditional thing going on. And I liked it, particularly because it's got some real charm and just a look about it, and the floor plan and everything that's not straight out of the can that all these, a lot of the, very nice and larger spec homes have. Just sold in the Alphabet Streets, 861 Kagawa for $3,750,000. What I like to call very tight and tidy look this house had. 2,350 square feet on a nice, the bigger lot, 6,500 square foot lot. It's not new, but very bright, and you could move right in and then decide what you want to do later. Just sold in the El Medio Bluffs, 713 Wildemar for $2.9 million. This was 4,234 square feet on a nice sized 8,600 square foot lot. But this house was like a museum of different architectures and styles and stuff. I think it was built in the 30s, and the people in it had kind of like done things over the years and collected stuff from all over the world and put it all in there. So, and the floor plan is definitely, unique is the best way I can put it. So it's unique in every way. I think it's a value, but it's going to take quite a bit of work to, make it less unique, as it were. Just sold in Sunset Mesa, 18329 Clifftop Way, sold for $3,175,000. 2564 square feet on a 6150 lot. Now this is the largest floor plan up there, and the house was redone, so I would call it kind of, what would I call it? Eclectic Mediterranean feel. And what I love is out the back, you see views straight up to Panga Canyon. And from the front, you get some nice ocean glimpses. So I like this buy, almost 3.2. Just sold in Upper El Medio area, 1135 Las Lomas for $2,750,000. Now that's 50 over the ask. It's a little under 2,000 square foot house on a nice 12,000 square foot lot. This lot was really nice in the back, and it had beautiful views. The house itself, bright, nice high ceilings. So, it had nice fundamentals, and it was easy to move into. Some of the finishes were OG, but, original. But very vintage and tight and tidy again. That's what I'd call that one. I love that saying. Just sold in the Village Bluffs, small, cute, near the village. That's what I talk this one. Sold a year ago for $2,350,000. Now check this out. It just sold for $1,938,000. So, this is a very small house, under 1,000 square feet on a very small lot, under 3,000 square feet. So I think this market, maybe the properties that were kind of, not your typical property that might sell for a little less, a year or so ago were selling for more because there was probably 5 buyers out there waiting for it. But that didn't happen in this case, so that's why it sold. It actually sold at the price they listed it for last year when it sold in multiples. I hope this information has been helpful to you, and if you're looking to find your perfect property, I see more property than probably anybody does in the Palisades. That's properties that are on the market and off the market, or if you're thinking of selling, like I said, there's a dearth of inventory, great time to sell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.